Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and it's been a while since I've done an episode in this series, MLB The Show, following the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm going to be more consistent with this series. I did take a little break. NBA 2K came out, Madden came out, so it's kind of hard to play a bunch of different games at the same time, but I'm back in the World Series facing the Boston Red Sox. Josh Hader on the mound for us. They have David Price on the mound, and if you paid attention to the first couple seconds of the video, Tucker Barnhart is actually in the starting lineup for Stuart Turner because he got hurt in pregame warm-up, so he's got the starting spot this game. And also Arcia is back on defense, back in the lineup because I need him defensively. And I don't like that drop-off that I got from Jorge Flores on defense, so I had to put him back in. So we're going up against a good Boston Red Sox lineup once again in Game 2. And one of the things I want to get going versus David Price is my power hitting. I mean, really, Brinson and Gutierrez need to get going in this game. So here Josh Hader is in the early innings, getting through the first few innings here, getting some guys out. But here he is walking batter here to get on first base. But here is Bogarts, and we get him to strike out looking. So now we are on to the bottom half of the inning. And Arcia finally comes through on offense. Hits a little Texas leaguer out to center. Mookie Betts dives for it, but he can't get to it. So that's going to be a triple there for Arcia. Arcia is finally breaking that slump, and Josh Hader comes up, does exactly what he needs to do, grounds out, so he drives in the run. What do you know, the pitcher drives in the first run of the game, and Brinson comes up and does the same.
Oh, and he goes down to get the fastball as this is hit well onto deep left center field, and he is going to ride this one right out of here. Home run.
Lewis Brinson is exactly what I was talking about, man. Getting going in this game. He's facing a lefty. You know he's got that power versus left-handers, man. And it's such a convenience to have a 99 power versus left in him, and then a 99 power versus rights in Jock Peterson. And we get on the board here, taking the early lead here in this game. And this is something that we haven't had early in these series, NLCS, NLDS. We weren't getting leads early in games, and that really came back to haunt us because we would get down in this hole. But here, Jock Peterson is getting a hit to the right side. The first baseman cannot handle that one. So now we got guys on the corners here. Travis Shaw coming up with 2 outs, but he cannot deliver. Pops up to left field, but at least we get this 2-run lead. And we give Josh Hader a little bit of a cushion on the mound, facing an ace in David Price. So here is Josh Hader coming back on the mound, and he's giving up a liner right down the right field line. Frankie Gutierrez is going to come up throwing, but that's going to be a stand-up double. So the Red Sox start a little rally of their own. And here is Dustin Pedroia coming up, hitting a little dribbler back to the pitcher. Josh Hader throws him out, but there is a guy on third now. He advances the runner. So next up, David Price, the pitcher. What do you know? The pitchers on both teams driving the first 2 runs for each team. And that's going to cut the lead to just 1 here. But we are going to get the next batter to ground out, try to turn a double play, but we can't turn it in time. So now we got 2 outs in the inning, looking to get the third here. But Benintendi gets a hit to the right side. So now they got guys on first and second, and Josh Hader getting Xander Bogaerts out here on the little pop-up to the shortstop. Travis Shaw covers the ground there. So here Brinson is coming up. You know he likes those lefties, but he's getting walked this time. And Frankie Gutierrez comes up, pops out to left. I'm trying to get this middle of the lineup going, but nothing's going this inning. So we bring in Antonio Bastardo because last inning we did bring in Paulo Orlando to pinch hit for Josh Hader because I needed to produce some runs. A 1-run lead isn't big enough. But here right away, the first batter he faces, giving up a hit up the middle. And Antonio Bastardo gets the next batter to ground out to him. And, man, that's the one thing I hate about Antonio Bastardo is that he reacts so slow to dribblers back to him. It's like he is in la-la land when the balls come back to him. So here we're walking the next batter, so I need to bring in Blake Parker because I got to make sure that we're not going to give up any runs here. We're going to protect this lead, and Blake Parker gets the job done, gets the grounder to Arcia, so we get out of that inning. No runs surrendered, but we have 3 hits to their 5 here in the middle of the 5th. So now we come down onto the bottom of the 5th inning. Jock Peterson comes up to the plate, hits a little dribbler to Pedroia, and the umpire calls him out, but I come out to challenge, and I do get that overturned. So now we got a guy on first with Travis Shaw coming up, and Travis Shaw hits a dribbler back to the pitcher, but it's just like a bunt. So now we got a guy on second here, 1 out, and Tucker Barnhart comes up, hits a hard liner to the second baseman Pedroia. So now they got 2 outs in the inning, but they do decide to walk Eric Thames. So now we got guys on first and second here with a chance for Arcia to come through, and he hits a bomb to center field, but that one is gonna be run down there in center field. So now on to the next inning. I do bring in Boog Powell to pinch hit here, and the pitcher's gonna hang one over the middle, and Boog Powell is gonna come through for the hit. So I like getting Boog Powell on base because he does have 71 speed. It's decent speed. And Hassan Diaz gets another hanger over the middle, and that's Mookie Betts in right field, actually. Jackie Bradley's in center, and Boog Powell's going to round third, head home. He's going to slide in safe, so we do get some insurance runs here. So we do take the 3-1 lead with Freddy Gutierrez coming to the plate.
There's a swing and a drive.
What did I say, man? The game plan was to get Brinson and Freddy Gutierrez going because the Red Sox have a plethora of left-handed starting pitchers. We're going to see a lot of lefties in this series. I think Eduardo Rodriguez is the next starting pitchers they have that's coming up in Game 3. But here, Frank Gutierrez gets the 2-run homer, and just like that, we extend our lead to 4 runs here. And Jock Peterson says, hey, we're not done with this inning. We're going to keep it going, so he gets the hit to the right side. He's having a hell of a game this game. I believe he finished with 3 hits, 3 for 5 on the day. And here, a wild pitch in the dirt. We advance here, and now we got him on second base, and Travis Shaw acts like a bunt once again, and he hits a little dribbler back to the pitcher, so advances him to third, but Tucker Barnhart cannot come through, cannot drive in that extra run. So now we are on to the next half inning, and I have Corey Knebel into pitch. And one thing I didn't want to do, I didn't want to use Corey Knebel because I'm like, man, I got a 4-run lead, but I had to be sure. But right away, he gives up a hit to Tommy Joseph to the right field, over the right field fence, over Frank Gutierrez. So man, right when I thought I had this game in my hands, a home run is given up, and they trim the lead to just 2, and Jackie Bradley continues the inning, gets the hit to the left side here. So I'm forced to bring in Steve Geltz because I'm on to the 8th inning. He's coming in for the 4-out save. I need to ensure that I'm going to win this game now. And here he gets Benintendi, I believe that is, to ground out to second to end the inning. So we are now on to the bottom of the 8th here. Eric Thames leading off the inning. He gets clunked there by the pitcher. So Arcia comes up, and once again, I'm telling you, he broke his streak. This is a good sign because having that guy in the 8th hole that can get on so the pitcher can bunt him over is perfect. And right on cue, Steve Geltz comes in and bunts him over, but the first baseman can't handle, and he dives after Steve Geltz, and Steve Geltz beats it out. So we got bases loaded with no outs, and Hassan Diaz gets a hanger, and Pedroia cannot handle it at second. He lets that one go. They're going to score that one a hit, but I call that one an error. 2 runs come in to score, and we still got guys on the corners with no outs here, and Brinson follows that error / hit up with a base hit past the shortstop and third baseman, and Frank Gutierrez comes up, and some heat goes past him there. So they bring in Matt Reynolds, a lefty, to face a lefty. Jock Peterson coming up to the plate, and Jock Peterson can't catch up to the high heat. So now they got 2 outs. Travis Shaw comes up, another lefty, gets him out in front. So now Steve Geltz has a comfortable 5-run lead here in the top of the 9th, And right away, Dustin Pedroia is getting a hit to the right side, but he's trying to stretch that single into a double, and he gets gunned out at second. So not a smart base running move there by Pedroia. Gets thrown out at second. That's not something you want to do when you're trying to come from behind. But Steve Geltz cannot find the strike zone, struggling here. Walks 3 batters here in the 9th inning. So now they have guys on. Wait, they got the bases loaded. And what do you know, man? Asan Diaz with the error lets that one go past him. So now the lead is trimmed down to just 3. But luckily, he does get the next batter. That was a tying run coming to the plate. And, man, we get out of that jam. That was a close one. A nail-biter for sure. I thought we were going to let them come back. So we get 11 hits, man. Lewis Brinson has a big game. Arcia and also Franklin Gutierrez have a big game. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're going to Fenway.